Hello everyone, it's Open House Thursday. Welcome to the show. I am Obiajulu Ubu and with me are the amazing ladies. Excellent morning.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
I'm feeling very amazing too.
How you doing, Miriam?
Give me look short.
I'm doing if I do need a pillow.
No, I don't.
Okay, so I think I mentioned one time that I had done a book reading with Readland, and we had a few challenge where the children were supposed to write what they would do. So finally picked 3 winners of the challenge. All of them were winners, all of them, but I had to pick only 3. And, you know, and they won very small cash gifts. But I am so, I was really moved by, you know, the number of children that participated in that particular challenge. And I would like to do something more consistent in that area. I don't have a lot of money, but I think I would like to see also how I can get like donors or donations or support to push it. Because many times when I talk about, I started this really because I started talking about environment, but it's leading me really towards enlightening and educating children in the environmental space. And I see that there's such a, there's a void, like there's no one that is right there to fill it in. And, you know, it looks like that's what's really calling me. And so, you know, in future, I'll be laying out a few of my ideas and plans and definitely be looking for support in a way to do that so that we can keep teaching our children, so that our own children too, you know, in the world, they
would have to correct them because they already now know.
In the world, they would know the idea, they would know exactly what to do, how to go about it, and can speak anywhere in the world on this topic.
We got you, sis. Let us know. How you doing, Nyma?
Talking about children, I miss my daughter. Looking forward to this week. You know,
1 week.
The opportunity on the bed rest to cuddle these kids. As in we cuddled every night, slept together. And so it's a bit tough for me. Like last night I had to sleep on her bed, even though I had to climb. And so I'm counting down to Friday. Tomorrow, nobody should just call me. If I have an appointment with you, it's a lie, you.
You're not showing up.
Appointment is with my daughter.
Depends on how much the money is, though.
That's a clause. How you doing, Tokwe?
I'm very good. So I have 2 quick banter. One is we had, in putting structure in Rep 360, I brought in someone that was teaching on culture, and I got pass mark and and I failed one. So pass in terms of I now know what attracts talents to my office, and fail in terms of I have not drilled down the vision and mission well enough into them because they got some things right, but they haven't bought into it. But they understand that being in Rep 360 makes them grow. I wasn't there when they had that conversation. So getting the feedback, and everybody spoke about how they came in, how they've learned, how they are still staying here because they know they are seeing opportunities for development.
So that's like a performance.
Yes. But the rant is about Aboki FX. So a few months back, the CBN had banned Aboki FX, and I was one of those that felt like, allow businesses to do what they want to do now. But now I see the reason. Since Monday, my husband and I have been conducting a test. We'll go to Ikeja, Underbridge, and Alade Market to ask the price of dollars. And those people will just pick up their phone and check Aboki FX. And they don't have dollars. They don't even have $100. Like, bring out $1,000. They called 5-10 people from Monday till today. Yet the price and value of dollar is increasing, but on nothing. And it's impacting businesses. So between Monday and now, they've added $100 Naira to the price of dollar, and still in the market, there is no dollar to buy. So what is increasing?
Demand.
Somebody is they're using, like in the morning, you can go there and they'll check Aboki FX and say, the price is 1,050. Then 2 hours later, if you go there, they'll say, the price now, Aboki FX has said it is 1,080. So and the market is changing, the real market is changing based on superficial change of value.
We'll get
now I
an
understand why
expert.
CBN, CBN, I'm supporting CBN to just let everybody know what is actually going on in the market.
That's how the world runs.
As well, so back to children. I haven't seen my children in a few days now.
What happened?
Because I'm working.
She's on set.
I got home 1 a.m. yesterday.
Wow.
I didn't even see my husband my anniversary. In fact, I celebrated my wedding anniversary on set with pizza and soft drinks with the cast and crew. I didn't see my husband. This morning he was sleeping. And I just gave him a peck and dashed off. And you know, it's sacrifice, and I'm happy that I have somebody.
The other way around.
That it's easy for women now. Women cope. I've done it for years.
They've done it.
That was working on your anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened.
It happened several. I was away from this man. You know, we're living apart because of work and traffic and all.
It doesn't make marriage bad.
It doesn't. He understands that I'm working, and so he sent me a message yesterday that don't worry, we'll find time when you're done to do like a staycation sort of.
Man like man like Uche Ugbo.
Calling out his name on live television. What's wrong with you? All right, ladies, let's take a short break. When we come back, we take the newspaper reviews. Stay with us. These girls are naughty.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. So we're starting the newspaper review with The Punch. China to fund PH, Maiduguri, Abuja, Kano Rails. That's Port Harcourt. Anti-graft war should start from National Assembly. EFCC chair. Akpabio meets Tinubu, dismisses crisis in Senate. NLC retires. Retirees lament as 26 states fail to join scheme. Lagos, 5 others in full compliance. Contributory pension scheme inevitable, says PENCOM. Withholding pension immoral, says NLC. Retirement now death sentence. Retirees kick. Gaza hospital attack sparks protest. Biden, Israel blame terror group. Ondo Assembly ask Ayedatiwa to withdraw suits. Extortion. Police remove DPO. Try others after Punch report. Alaafin. EFCC quizzes Oyo Kingmakers over bribery allegations. What stories do we have in the Punch?
Okay, I have the major headline.
Go ahead.
So NLC followed this investigation into the pension contribution scheme and found out that about 26 states of the Federation have not bothered to do the needful. Over 19 years since the contributory pension scheme started, only 6 states, that's Lagos, Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, are fully signed up, complied with the contributory pension scheme. So it's only those states, Lagos, Osun, Kaduna, Ekiti, Edo, and Ondo, that are fully signed up under the contributory pension scheme. Other states are partially, continuously extending it. They've not fully signed up. God save Edo when I read it, that they had fully signed up.
You would have finished them today.
I would have sat on
I trust you.
States who have not fully signed up have issues with pension, of course, where the 18%, which is supposed to go 10 and 8%, totaling 18%, would be put into a scheme where the pensioners do not have to go through the drama that we saw across the states, but they still haven't signed up. Bayelsa is not implementing. Kogi, Abia, Taraba, Imo, Sokoto, Ebonyi, Nasarawa, they are not implementing at all. Other states are partially. Rivers said they extended their transition into the contribution pension scheme. They are still taking time. Ogun, Niger State also said they have extended the transition. Other states are not, Adamawa, Zamfara, and Gombe, they are not near at all. And of course, we'll see. You know, the contribution pension scheme was a solution to the pension issues. Ordinarily, it used to be that the federal government, or the state government, where the people, where civil servants worked, just created a pension and give them. But when that started to fail, people would retire, they will be waiting for pension on end. They won't get anything. The government decided to sign and create this. 19 years into it now, we are hearing
saying that just a few states have
thinking about it. But you know, if it was something else, everybody mouth will be sharp. We know funding is an issue. Remove this percentage and take care of people when they are no longer as active as they were when they were working.
Help us.
It's important.
Yes.
Why that's hard.
So I have the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Idowu Owohunwa. He has ordered the removal of the DPO in charge of Meron Police Station, Tony Abutu. This is over an alleged extortion. So the story is that there's this phone dealer, Ibrahim Saliu, and he was detained and was extorted of 200,000 naira. They said that they had arrested his brother, Olaya Murtala, for not providing an identity card or receipts for the iPhones that they found in him. These are sellers of iPhones. So when they caught him, they were like, where is your ID and receipts? They didn't get it. They detained them and then insisted that they pay 500,000 naira if they wanted to be released. They negotiated and they got to 200,000. He had given them 20,000 naira cash on him, and then they took him to a POS operator where he withdrew 180,000 naira and handed to him. And then, of course, he talked about it on Twitter, and that was when, you know, the police commissioner got involved, and we were told that they've ordered his removal. And then all the other officers also who were part of this will be facing what they call orderly room trial. That has
We'll break it down because that's one of our hot topics this morning.
So the Senate had a little drama on, I think it was, a drama happened within the Senate where Senator Ali Dume stormed out. What caused it was Senator Ali Dume felt that there was a mistake that was made by the Senate president in that usually there's a Senate, there are supposed to be processes, and in that process, it didn't follow the right process. It didn't call out the name of a particular motion before they reopened it. They deliberated on it, and it came to his attention. He now asked the Senate president that, okay, there is a point of order, Order Rule 51, which should be followed, and if we don't follow, you can go back and correct the error. And while he was making that statement that the Senate president should correct his error, the Senate president ruled him out of order.
Quoted the Constitution.
No, they were ruling on the same order, 54.
Yes.
He had called that order, and the Senate president felt he did not use, that order doesn't cover what he was moving. He ruled against him. He tried to get up again twice, and he ruled again. So the guy just excused himself, but he said he
carried his document and went out. Now, based on this and a few other things we've been hearing about, the accusation against Senate president, that there are some things going wrong within the House. The Senate president went to visit our president, and he had a conversation with the president and said that, see, this is politics. In the hallowed chambers, we will disagree, we will agree to disagree. So this is not a permanent, well, there's no hatred in politics, it's permanent interest. We will resolve it, that the president should not worry. They would never get to the point of throwing chairs. I was happy to hear that, that there are more mature people in the House of Assembly now, and that we will not have to throw chairs. Because they've been there before.
This issue was resolved when he stepped out. Senator Opeyemi moved the motion for closed session, and they closed the session. He came back in, and we did not hear how the matter settled.
There were no throwing of chairs. So residents of the Para community in Okearu area of Ogun State are expressing concerns over the danger of the dump site located in the area and what is the hazard is posing to their health. So the Punch correspondents visited the area on Monday and observed that the dump site is located by a canal beside the filling station along the major road. And they said the heap of refuse was already as high as a 2-story building, almost touching the power line that runs across the community. The stench is oozing from the place, but they said there are some scavengers who had already set up makeshift homes living around those areas. So the community leader, Samson Badamusi, spoke to the correspondents and said that the residents have been enduring this for the past 20 years. It's been there for a long time, and they started facing the issue even before he became a Bale. And he's appealing to the government to come and remove the dump site or relocate it. A lot of the residents there are relocating because of this. They said their children are not able to come and visit them. And when the sun is too hot, after a while, the dump site catches fire. Fire just erupts. Yes, it does that. And they're asking that government comes to their aid to do something before it becomes an epidemic in that area. It's just a painful one. All right, let's move on now to the Vanguard. Naira hits new low, 1,060 to $1, as Manufacturers Association of Nigeria kicks against policy reversal. NNPCL appoints Shoneye Chief Communication Officer. CAN, JNI disagree with Babache for labeling APC Islamic Party. Naira depreciation forces insurance firms to flout local content law. Nollywood actor Mr. Ibu seeks assistance over health challenge. Contracts, procurements, frauds cost Nigeria 2.9 trillion in 3 years. Gunmen kill 15, kidnap 14 in Benue, Zamfara, Nasarawa, Lagos. Wike extends deadline for mosques and churches. Lekki Ekpe Road reconstruction. Residents, commuters lament harrowing experiences. What stories do we have in the Vanguard?
So yesterday was the confirmation of the new chairperson of the EFCC, Mr. Olaoluwa Koyede, and confirmation what happened, along with that of the Secretary of the Anti-Graft Agency as well, Mohammed Ahmad-Joda. And during the session, he was talking about how taxpayers, 2.9 trillion in just 2 years went due to contract and procurement fraud alone. And he said this money, between 2018 and 2020, that amount of money could have built 1,000 kilometers of road. But that's what we had to suffer because of that. Or you could have even built 200 standard tertiary institutions. That amount could also, educate about 6,000 children, according to him. And then he was asked how he would, carry out his duties without fear or favor. He says, as he is now, he can investigate even the Senate president. But he promises not to abuse power. He promises to carry out his duties as transparently, unbiased as possible, as fairly as possible. And that he wants Nigeria to earn the reputation for transparency and accountability. There must be collective decision that, we will end corruption, and he's willing to fight that. It was a nice one.
I like what he said. He said if we create an atmosphere that makes sure that people have a choice, that they can say, if I don't steal, I can afford to train my children to school with good standard. If I don't steal money, I can buy a car. After I've worked for 5 years, I don't steal money, I can still get a 3-bedroom bungalow after I've worked for 10 years. I think those are I like the fact that he's also addressing the fundamentals that lead to...
There are reasons why we
Yes, and he promised to work in line with other agencies so that we will not have clashes, like, some things that happened.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right, let's take a breather here. When we come back, we continue with the Vanguard. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the Vanguard.
Yes, I have here just insecurity reports across Nigeria. They says in Abuja, suspected armed herdsmen and bandits yesterday reportedly murdered no fewer than 15 people in some local government areas of Benue, Zamfara, Kebbi, and Nasarawa states. They also say bandits kidnapped many in so there's like a new spate of killings happening and kidnapping across the countries. The attacks, 9 people were killed, many injured when armed herdsmen invaded 2 local government areas of Benue State. 3 persons were equally killed in Kebbi State, while 11 others were kidnapped in fresh attacks. I hate to read stories like this, but sometimes it's just good so that we understand, the level of insecurity that we're dealing with, and that our fellow brothers and sisters across the country, these are the things that they are facing. Their families and loved ones are facing. 9 killed, many injured in Benue State. This is more likely like a herdsman clash, as we know that it's a major agrarian community. So many of the communities, the bandits came in late at night, and attacked these communities. A few were killed, and so many have also been taken to hospital. In Lagos State too, there's a story of kidnap of a couple of people at Agor Palace area. So these are, the stories. In Benue State, the governor has condemned it, and he has assured that he will not rest until these killings have been brought to an end in his state. And across, the police officers, the security structure is also trying as much as they can to, fight this.
Yeah, so motorists, residents, business operators, commuters along the Lekki-Epe Expressway yesterday said they are going through horrible, harrowing experiences because of the excruciating pain they go through because of that traffic. They said the ongoing construction is causing a lot of traffic, and that is happening to the 49.5 kilometer expressway. There's construction going on. There were also unconfirmed reports saying that some persons have died in that road because of this construction. Said that's Majek, Abijo, Ugidon, Sangote Edo, because I don't know how that happened, but it was unconfirmed. They also mentioned that a woman was in labor who practically put to bed on that same road. And many school children have stopped school. This one I know firsthand because my kids have been home since. They can't even make it to school because of that traffic. Now, the residents lamenting are saying that one of the issues they realize is the fact that the construction company does not start till 10 a.m. and they close by 4 p.m. They are supposed to be working overnight so that they work fast. So the slow pace is what is really causing this. And the fact also that they do not create a path for motorists. So everywhere is practically blocked. And, you know, we have drivers staying there for hours, school buses there, you know, people going about their businesses. They are now spending bus drivers are now collecting double the prices, and then you won't still get there. Some persons now have decided to be trekking to their destination at that time. Yeah, it's really bad. So they need to work fast.
The government said that they are working, but I think that
I think there was also an incident from last week. Remember when they said the card?
But
is it better? I'm just wondering, is it better?
It's not better. My kids have been home.
The road that is left for all motorists to pass is bad.
It's very small, yeah, and bad.
It's small and bad. So they are fixing one. Then the other one that is also available is bad. And we're in rainy season, so once it rains, it becomes
flooded, and you can't see.
What's the water we are? We can't go by boats.
No. So that's access. No,
we
we
have
can't.
Helicopters.
Same problem across.
Please, I need to take a Wike story.
Okay.
The Abuja, Wike, the FCT minister, has had a meeting with some Muslim clerics concerning the 3-month ultimatum he had given to people. Last month, he issued the 3-month ultimatum saying that people should either develop their land or the allocation will be revoked. So the meeting had a few Muslim clerics come to meet him to say that the timeline is given to them cannot work, that they should know that being a religious organization, they cannot be, they rely on donations from people, and you cannot tell people that, oh, you need to give us this money within 3 months for us to develop the mosque. So he said he's not particular against any person. It's not a policy against any individual, that it is for the landscape. These are places that are within the central Abuja, and they want the places developed, because people were saying that it was also witch hunting some specific people. He said, okay, just so that you know that I'm not attacking any particular person. When you come to discuss with me like this, I'm a reasonable person. We would extend it for all religious bodies, because we know that they are dependent on donations to be able to do construction. So they would not, it won't be terminated at the end of this year, which was the 3 months, when the 3 months would expire. But for private individuals, they will still have to meet up to that timeline. The visit also mentioned the fact that the National Central Mosque needs to be rehabilitated. Okay. It was already ongoing before change of administration, but as usual, when change of administration takes place, projects usually stop. So they are asking the FT minister that he should please help to continue rehabilitation of the National Mosque in Abuja, because it has been designated as the heritage of the country. I didn't get the word right, but
all right, our final paper for today, the Nigerian Tribune. Let's take stories we haven't taken. Loan app, 300 level Uniloring female student commits suicide over indebtedness. China to refinance Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri railways for completion. CBN's policy on 43 items will collapse many industries. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria tells federal government. 40 traders feared killed in Yobe auto accident. What stories do we have quickly?
Okay, CBN, we have the vice chairman of Basic Metal, Iron and Steel Products, the steel product sector of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Liko Adeoye. And, they were talking on a TV show. He was talking about the 43 items that the CBN had taken off the banned list, and he was talking of how it will affect the manufacturing industry in Nigeria. He says that he disagreed with the development and described it as a policy somersault. He says the news came as a surprise to manufacturers who are still struggling to stay in business. Basically, in summary, he was just saying that a lot of people had invested, in the manufacturing
in those areas,
and because of those banned items, this policy somersault will affect us, whether in one way or the other, and that every time government takes policies, they just never involve them, they never understand to involve them in these conversations. He says when you ban those items in the first place, you didn't talk to us. You didn't ask us. When you took them off the banned list, you did not speak to us. And whether we like it or not, it would affect employment. Which invariably will cause insecurity. So this has far-reaching impact, you know, on the economy. These are decisions that should be taken, you know, with due consideration of all the major players in the industry.
Okay, Nyma?
Please, Amida's story, this is a really, really sad story. This 300-level microbiology student in Uni Ilorin committed suicide based on the fact that she had borrowed money from loan apps and she had threatened that she had bought sniper, she was going to drink it. And some of her friends tried to convince her that, no, she doesn't need to do that. She should be patient. Over time, she will pay back. But she carried out the threats. By the time the friends found her on the floor, they took her to the hospital and she was pronounced dead on arrival. What she borrowed from the loan app was 270,000 naira. She said that they were sending demeaning messages to all her friends, her parents, and different accounts of what she spent the money on. Some said she used to help her friend that was having cancer. Another person said that somebody scammed her, a lover scammed her. Someone said she used betting. For whatever reason, loan apps, this is not the first. There are several cases of suicide that has taken place based on how loan apps are enforcing it. And the CBN gave an instruction a few months back, but it's not been implemented. Those messages are still being sent to people, and it's causing sad situations like this.
China, the president of the People's Republic of China, has committed to refinancing the Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri railway project in Nigeria. This was said on Wednesday, where in response to President Tinubu's request that, you know, at the ongoing Belt Road Initiative Forum in Beijing, it was represented by the Vice President, and the request of Nigeria government was, of course, how the financing would go. The President of China recommitted to that financing, says that the duty of paying the balance of 15% is part of the funding of the inception of the project as well. He also talked about the increased investments that they will do in Nigeria's power generation and digital economy. He called for the protection of Chinese nationals in Nigeria working here. He also talked about how they will support and build cooperation in all fields, just as he appreciated Nigeria for the support of One China policy.
Thank you, ladies. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. When we come back, we move on to our hot topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So according to the World Health Organization, universal health coverage is of utmost importance towards ensuring everyone can have access to health services they need without risking financial hardship from unaffordable out-of-pocket payments. It is the best form of financial protection and provides healthcare coverage, from health promotion to prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, and palliation. Joining us on the show is the MD, Bastion Health, Naomi Aduku, to come and enlighten us about this. Good morning, Naomi.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So I would like to understand this healthcare coverage, why you think is important that people or organizations should come under this for their workers.
Okay, so let me just speak briefly about what health insurance is. It's basically financial protection against ailments, sickness, you know, just to ensure that you're not, you know, spending out of pocket, because, I mean, sickness doesn't tell you when it's coming. It doesn't knock at your door to say, hey, I'm coming on Tuesday or I'm coming on Wednesday. So that financial protection is you setting aside something to ensure that truly when that happens, you're able to, you know, have that cover at the point you're in the hospital. But where people don't have it, what happens is, you know, you can easily have a financial catastrophe. one sickness away from financial catastrophe. Today in Nigeria, we have less than 5% of the population covered by health insurance. So everybody's paying out of pocket.
Yes.
And that's really, really expensive. But if you're able to afford a plan, to buy a plan, a healthcare plan, that's protection. If we're able to protect our assets and everything else, why can't we protect our health? And like they say, health is wealth.
Yeah.
So why not protect yours? So that's the basic, principle behind coverage health insurance.
But what,
So that's how Bastion Health. How does Bastion Health now fit into all this?
Okay, so Bastion Health is a health maintenance organization which has been licensed by the national body, which is the National Health Insurance Authority. So we're one of the private health providers to be able to give plans to individuals, corporate organizations, and SMEs. So you buy a plan from us, which ensures protection through our network of healthcare providers. That's how you're able to access care at any hospital you go under the Bastion coverage.
what role does government play? Because when you were talking health insurance, I was remembering the National Health Insurance Scheme, how it went up and all the drama it had, and state governments, can't they just do this instead of private? And how does that work?
Okay, so the government plays a regulatory role and also an operator role. Today we have what is called the National Health Insurance Authority. It used to be the National Health Insurance Scheme, but as of last year, the former president passed into law the National Health Insurance Act, which now mandates that all Nigerians must be covered, mandatorily, have a healthcare cover. So that's the role of the government. And also the states, you have the state health insurance schemes as well. So the states now are mandated to ensure that all their residents are covered, by healthcare. So I think that's a step in the right direction, ensuring that truly people will now have some kind of health cover, and even the vulnerable groups who could not necessarily afford these plans now have that cover, provided by the state governments. So that is a step in the right direction.
Compliance is encouraging as well.
Of recent, the operational guidelines have been, provided by the regulatory body, which is NHIA. So that would ensure that truly, in terms of compliance, this is happening across states, across the formal sector, and even, the private sector and the SMEs and individuals as well will all be covered. We would see, I'm sure, implementation as we go on, and that would ensure compliance.
So one of the challenges when it comes to health cover, my dad went through that, was that when you're trying to swap between, not just HMOs, between hospitals, like maybe you want a particular consultant and the service you want isn't available in the hospital you are enrolled in, having to go to another healthcare system is always complicated, because it'll be like, oh, your record is here, the HMO coverage is only on this particular hospital. What is the benefits from?
Okay, so that brings me to, why choose Bastion? Bastion Health. We are changing the narrative really, and these are one of the issues. There are a lot of issues. Poor service delivery, transparency, something you've mentioned now around the network being very limited. But with Bastion Health, what we've done is, provide a roaming service. So under the plans, you have several hospitals. You're not limited to just one hospital. You're not limited to two. We understand that as even mothers, we have pediatric hospitals for children, which are different from, the hospital you would go to for care. So we have several hospitals under our plan, which ensure that you can go from hospital to hospital. The other thing that we've done, is using technology to drive service. Today on our mobile app, you can easily locate the hospital or service provider closest to you. That's one way. Second thing is this thing you speak about, your medical records. So today on my mobile app, you have your medical records sitting on the mobile app, such that if I went to Bauchi State, I can easily call up my medical records for a doctor there to be able to see.
Wow.
We do that, in the financial services sector, you can go back and get your bank statements for the last 10, 20 years. So why not do this in the healthcare space as well? So those are some of the things we've tried to drive to ensure convenience. So you can register with Bastion and you will not be limited to certain hospitals. But where there needs to be a referral, for instance, for secondary care, we're able to provide that to say, okay, we're referring you to this hospital. At the click of a button, you know, we have a 24/7 channel, multi-channels of communication where enrollees can reach us. So you can actually, you know, at the click of a button do that. Or even the hospital can get through to us and we will quickly refer the patient, because we understand that, honestly, with healthcare, it's a very, you know, important issue, and it's usually, you know, an issue between life and death. So in terms of response, we need to be quick to respond and ensure that there's that convenience for you to get the healthcare you need at the time you need it.
So let's talk about the categories, because I've been in some healthcare insurance scheme, and I know that they have different levels depending on what the organization is willing to pay on your behalf. And so some persons complain that, you know, when they go to the hospitals to access some sort of healthcare, they don't get it. They get very cheap things like paracetamol. The drugs that they really need, they will be sent out to go buy from outside. So how do you arrange your categories in such a way that even the company that pays the list will still be able to provide at least some sort of quality healthcare for their workers?
Okay. So across categories, we have several different products across and several different price ranges. So, I mean, just prices that suit your pocket at any point in time. So it's not something to break the bank, but some people want, you know, something that is a bit more elaborate or customized. We're able to do that. You know, so we provide plans we have 3 key categories where we provide plans. So the individuals, we provide plans across about 6 or 7 plans, from the lowest as much as 18,000 to about 230,000. So it depends. We also have in the SME category, because we understand, yes, the informal sector is largely driven by the SME category, and they have less than 10, 15 workers per se. So we have plans across that category from 20,000 all the way up to about 200,000. And then we have for the corporate space where you have larger numbers. So we're able to, you know, provide those kind of plans. So depending on the plan you buy, that also determines, you know, the hospital network you're in, and also determines, you know, the service. There's some exclusions that might apply in terms of pricing. So it's always important to look at the plan choice that you're about to make vis-a-vis what you think you really want.
Okay, so before we let you go finally, how would people reach you? Do you have a website or something?
Oh, yes, we're online. We're on all the social media handles, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then we can also be reached. We have several offices across. As a national HMO, we're supposed to be in all the 6 geopolitical zones. So today we have 2 offices in Lagos, one in Yaba, one in Victoria Island. Okay. We have offices in Ibadan, we have Enugu, Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and as far as Maiduguri. People ask why, but truly you have NGOs that are serving, you know, the IDP camps there who need this service. So we're providing that. We can also be reached on a phone number 0800 Bastion, which is 0800 227 8466. And we can also be reached at an email, wecare@bastionhmo.com.
Thank you so much for enlightening us. We've been speaking with the MD Bastion Health, Naomi Aduku.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we have another sponsored segment. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. It's Open House Thursday, and we like to gist family, love, relationship, and everything in between. So there is the general belief that once a man has money, he can get whichever woman he desires. While this is true to some extent, it is, however, debatable too, as circumstances and situations which arise in a relationship might make money become insignificant and not enough to sustain the relationship. Now, the question is, can money truly keep a woman? Join the conversation and call us on 081-076-41679 and 090-241-63440. Back to my ladies. Can money money truly keep a woman? So I've
That's a fair
heard.
question.
See, there are a lot of women right now who would put money first compared to when we were coming from. Back in the day, maybe because the world wasn't so exposed to a lot of things, we mostly wanted that love, that peace, So when you ask what do you want in a man, you are reeling out all the good abilities. But I hear a lot of ladies right now, what do you want in a man? Money is first before every other thing.
We
So
knew ourselves as single. At that time, people were still looking for money. I think the first
we were just different.
Yes, we were just different. We were a group of different people. At that time, there were money freaks that were like, if you don't have money, you don't even talk to me. I think the first question should be, can money get you a woman?
Of course.
So, and that answer is like, yeah, money can get you a woman. Money might get you a woman. Money might not keep the woman, but it will get you the woman. It is now all the other perks of character, values, how you treat, how you nurture. Money will get you a woman. Money can't keep you a woman. That's why we have wives of wealthy people cheating, wives of wealthy people now sleeping with even gate men or even security men because of attention. And those stories have come out as legit stories. So it might get you a very fine woman, but it might not help you keep the woman. And right from time immemorial, money has been moving women. Not be today. Money has been moving women. A few women will be able to hold themselves from being money conscious, but money would move you. Money will move you to pay attention. Because money has the ability to grab your attention. It might just be to just let you look at the person. Because when somebody comes to you and let's just say the person keeps on
Comes
dropping
to you
gifts
loaded.
every day, gifts for like a month, you look at it that even if I don't, let me just even pay attention to this man. Let me just see, why are you like this? Why are you loving me like this?
Let me just know him. He
Let
may
me just
have
get
other
to
parts of him.
So at least it will grab my attention. What will keep it so, that one is different, but
Money
at least
and
you
more.
get my attention. Nyma, I want
Tell
to
us,
hear. As I'm waiting,
Can money keep a woman?
Of course, Nyma, I want to hear what
People
Nyma will say.
downplay peace of mind for women. I know women who carry your money and your wahala. Carry your money and your disrespect, your shouting, your talking down, your lack of kindness. Carry this, your money, and choke on it. Really. They just want to have peace of mind, birth their kids, nurture them in a thriving environment. They really don't care for the aesthetics and all the works. Because some men think, oh, this talk is being since from time in our country that, we hear our people say money is everything. And so once a man says, once I have money, every other thing will fall in line. And then you start to disrespect women. There's one I'm handling now. This man, not only money self he not give, he didn't give her peace of mind.
Aww.
And so recently, myself and a coach, because funny, I met her through my own clinical psychologist, and we were talking with her. And she was like, there's nothing you tell me. Because I was saying, I think it's changed. They say, if he likes, let him have money the size of Mount Everest. If I see this man coming from here, I will run miles away from him, because in that marriage, it was torture. It was torture for her. She was so abused. All she wanted was just peace. Now, in her small cocoon that she has found for herself, there's nothing you tell this girl. Because now we're trying to get her to try again because of the kids. Saying, it's better to have a balanced home. She's telling us there's no balance.
In this one.
You see that thing that he has, I don't want it. I will do Gary. I will stay
have my
in
peace
the
of mind.
corner of Yaba, my one room there, and be happy. And she refused to see reason. So when I sat down and I reviewed really, what exactly do we want? We are getting older to when the whole thing doesn't count. The trips, the pictures, the glamour that we see online doesn't count anymore. When you get to a certain age, how many parties you want to go?
How many clothes you want to wear?
Really. You just want to see your kids thriving and doing well.
Yeah.
And then you're with someone, you can't even sell, let's go to a coach, a marriage coach.
And he agrees.
And he agrees. It's always, I
have said it.
And I've spoken. That kind of
I am the man.
So the way she said it, at some point we laughed. At some point I got offended. And see, all of us, we are doing something for our marriages. She said, no, you did not stay in my situation. And so when she did send us recordings, even me, I run. They've never used that kind of language, of tone of language that I'm shouting that we too, we are surviving. They have never used it to talk to me. You know, so I get away with so many outrageous things that I could not, my mouth.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, on that.
Tell us about
So
it.
really, money, yes. It makes life easier. Or does it make life everything?
It will get you the attention.
Does it make,
but
so
you can't
you
sustain
just
it.
want to wake up. I saw a friend whose husband was philandering. You know, and in between they lost
Philandering,
kids.
no. Why you say-
Philandering up and down. She lost pregnancies, she lost kids. So the man now philander and the philandering ended him somewhere else. She said, finally,
You should just go.
she didn't divorce her.
But she needed her
And he
peace.
has never come home. If you see her now, she's glowing.
Chineke.
I'm not imagining life without my husband.
Let's
So,
go to
for
Mary.
some women, it's the reverse.
I think really the question is only money or just money enough to sustain a marriage? And of course we know without too much turanchi, it's not just money. There's so many things involved. But I know that there's a conversation where young men are encouraged to, you know, chase their dreams and chase their success and leave money aside, you know. And when they become the successful people, there's no woman that won't want them. When they have all this money, there's no woman that would not have them. And then they can now make a choice because they have worked on themselves, they've become successful, they are rich. And so they can now make a choice of any woman that they pick. So there's that narrative to encourage men, especially when you're young and, you know, leave these women, chasing women up and down. That's not the thing. They say to men, if you chase money, women will chase you, you know, so that's how it works. But even in telling them that, they also need to understand that when you finally do become that successful person who has made all this money and you now choose the person of your own, you know, that falls within everything that you want, that money that you have is enough to make you choose her, but it's not enough to sustain a marriage because, as you said, you use the right words, kindness, team play, you know, understanding that this is us together. You may come with all the money, but that does not mean you have everything, you know, to have a marriage going. There are some things that your partner, who may not have as much money as you have or is not bringing as much money to the table, or not even bringing any money at all, but is able to give you, that this person is able to be a good wife, a supportive partner, someone that's helped, you know, even help you, some mistakes that you'd have made because you were single and on your own, having a partner that's able to, you know, that has foresight, you know, things like that. So success is good. Riches, of course, we know. Money makes everything even more beautiful, but it has to be beautiful in the first place, you know. So it's good, have that money, but it's not enough to sustain a marriage.
I want to hear BC's opinion.
Finally, there are different categories of women when it comes to this money. Sometimes people take it for granted that because they have money, they can have any woman. There are some women that are looking for much more than, yes, they are looking for much more than money. In fact, there are some women that are suspicious of people that have money. They want to know what you have beyond the money. In fact, that money is a distraction. If you know the sort of money, it's a distraction for you. It even works against you than for you, you know. And so what else do you bring apart
Aside
from your
from
money,
the money.
apart from?
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we will still
will hear from you.
dissect this conversation. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing if money can truly keep a woman, if only money can truly keep a woman. And we'd like you to call in and send us your messages. So,
Want to hear your own.
this money thing, when I was younger, right, money was not in my front, was not in my before, because I had a father who knew his responsibilities and did his best to make sure that he filled them. And, you know, I had the sort of things I started doing. So I got into entertainment really fast. We started modeling. Once you are tall and you're passing, they will be dragging you, come and buy form, come and do this. So before I knew what was happening, I started modeling, fashion modeling. I started doing beauty competitions, you know, traveling from state to state. I've gone to almost all the states in the country. And then we go for these beauty competitions. Afterwards, the winners will emerge, the first runner-ups and all that. I was very dudu at the time, you know. And then they will host us. the governors of states have hosted. They will host the commissioners and, you know, all those people. They will take you around to meet important people and personalities. And then complimentary cards will just begin fia, 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 fia. And people will be collecting. But I don't know how it was not what I was interested in at the time. I would see all of those things. I wouldn't collect. I would just do follow escorts. We finish, we come back. My boyfriend would wait for me at the park and pick me, and I come back and all of that. So I didn't see money at the time. I wasn't interested. I was a good young girl who wanted to do school and all of that. But looking back now, after some small money have touched me, and I'm asking myself, if I was not married at this age, honey, you gotta have money. Because I have to take care of myself. You have to pamper. Are you not seeing how much I'm spending on myself? You have to pamper. You cannot come, sister, please. You cannot come to me at a certain age. No, let me finish you. At a certain age and be telling me character. It's not like I want a bad person. Neither do I want somebody who will be hitting me and beating me. But there are people who have, there are people. No, hold on now. No, you people added character when you were giving your own.
Let me say what to finish.
Yes, I will finish. So it doesn't mean that I will not look out for the things that will make me happy, aside from the money. Because there are good men who have money.
So that's what I said.
And there are bad men who have money. So money in itself does not change you. It amplifies who you are. So why do people are running away from money? Once you see the money, you run away. You don't want to wait to know whether this person is good or not. I am running after the money, but at the same time, I'm running after the good man with the money. So money must be there. Don't tell me that.
Me, I'm ready to face
Wait,
it.
no, but thank you for joining us. Because I wanted to just, when you were talking about how you started assessing this one, she protected herself, finish.
I didn't know it was protection.
When she can't taste money, she now joined the two, Jaja and Amplify. Now, this small girl is when you say, Auntie BC say money, money,
Nyma, let me pause you. Let me pause you. We have a caller from Songwater. Good morning. Oh, we lost him.
Please, and just because, just for the sake of some women, and we need to be, this show is about us giving a balanced view, just for the sake of some women who they have tasted men with good character, that are kind, loving, but are broke. And they are crying every day that, see, Oga, you have loved me. You have been kind. You have been supportive and considerate, but just make small money. I am paying house rent. I am paying school fees. I am feeding you. I am clothing you. Please, go and make the money small. Let me understand what people that say money is not important feels like. Because it's easy for you to say money is not important when you have tasted money.
Honestly.
If you have not tasted money,
you will not know.
And you are only chopping kindness and drinking gari, you will be looking at yourself and saying, how long will I continue drinking this gari with love and kindness? Let me just taste money to be able to say money is not necessary.
Stop. How many times have I called you? You are sitting here now saying that, the women have found kind men. They have tasted everything, but they want to taste more money.
Money is good.
They just got impatient. It's a difference. Because a kind man will provide within his means for his family. He's not a kind man that is a lazy man. A kind man will not say, lazy. Pay school fees, pay shelter, pay everything. He just might not be able to give you your friend's taste that you are looking from Instagram.
He will give relative.
Yeah. Like so the woman they are giving her everything. No, let's use this in perspective. We are on this table now. They are giving her, okay, this is ePhoenix. And then she's looking for
iPhone.
This is using a phone. Mina is using an iPhone. Tokpa is using this. This man is not serious. This man, his head is not correct. Am I just here suffering for nothing? Is this how I will suffer and died? But you have a phone. And you are calling somebody. You just want the test to level up. Let's be clear.
There are different scenarios.
If you have a lazy man, trust me, it's a wicked man. Because he's the one that will look at you. You should die early.
A lazy man is a wicked man.
I agree. Family. But a kind man, you will see him daily trying to do the best he can for his family.
What if he never blows? What if he never blows?
No, it's another matter. So you want to tell me that somebody that is on a civil servant salary scale, who's probably the small housing is provided for, his small car is done, he's meeting up certain things, he has maybe 2 aged parents in the village, he's some siblings, and he's struggling and he's still trying to meet every of those things. But you as a wife, you're not telling him, I give you deadline. I must match up my mates.
It's not.
Let me
that's not
pause you,
what I'm
Nima.
saying.
Nima, let me pause you. We have a caller.
No, but they're two different things. So because
we have a caller.
she's describing a different
Let's hold
scenario.
on.
I said the
Let's
woman
hold
said,
on.
I
Let's
am
take this
tired
call.
of paying school fees.
Ayomide from
I'm tired of paying
Bariga.
school fees. I don't
We
tire.
lost him again. We lost him.
I am tired of paying school fees.
that's what
I am tired of
she
paying
married
house
a lazy
rent.
man.
I am
If she's
happy that
paying
you
house
love
rent,
me. Some people will
Let's
be
say one person.
No, you're mixing scenario. You see, everybody is representation here. What we're talking about is there are different scenarios for different people, and one does not supersede the other. One is not like, oh, this is better than the other. The ideal is we find that man that has money and good character and kindness. That's what every woman wants. However,
can I ask a question?
However, there are women who feel that I'm working so hard and I'm having to work harder because my husband is not letting me rest. So there are places I have experienced hard work because of family challenges, and I've experienced rest because of my husband's extra comfort is able to provide for me. And I know the difference.
You know the difference.
I know the difference.
The
I am working hard now because I want personal fulfillment, not because I have to pay rent. Do you understand? And there's been times when me and my husband had to gather the money together to pay rent. But it's changed. So I understand the difference. I'm saying
dynamics
some
are
women
different.
want to experience that difference.
My darling is
Okay,
sweet.
When we get there, we will now...
Okay,
It's
before
a
I come
different
to you,
scenario.
before this is your question, hang on. We have Abike, Satellite Town. Good morning, Abike.
Neighbor.
See, before, women used to chase money. But this year, I don't just understand. If you go on social media every year, you hear women complaining that I'm tired. This man is providing all the money for me, but he's not giving me coffee. You understand? The other
Hey, Bulieja, another place. Continue.
You see a man, the man will buy Jeep, provide every month. There was a woman I met. This man is giving this woman 5 million every month. But you know what? She threw the money at his face. And she told him at all that she's going to cheat on him if he does not do the needful. That she does not need the money. And before you know it, this woman cheated on him. And with her full chest, she was telling the man that I will not leave your house unless you do the needful. They were begging her to apologize. She refused. Nowadays, this Pocky that is dreaming now, they don't need money. She don't give him a Pocky. Wow.
Thank you.
The man, let me talk.
Abike.
Thank you very much.
That's another
Maybe
category.
we have not gotten there now. We will get there. That's
Okay,
another
so we're talking about money.
one, yes.
So the way I understand it, when we started this conversation is, you know, if maybe you're starting off a relationship, but then you find yourself in a marriage, you found your rich man that has all the money, bought you gifts into his home, and then the money is not there. Because it was money you came for, because it was money that was the value, that was the priority, the money is not there, you're going to leave your marriage, is what I'm hearing.
Will you leave the marriage?
No, you will now, because the kindness...
That was what
Wait
brought you
now,
in.
the kindness, the hard work, all those things, they were not really your concern.
No.
What was important is money. And the moment that money goes, then there's nothing else that can keep you in that home, is what I am hearing.
No.
But if it was the other way around, where...
Let me pause you so we don't lose the caller. I'll come back to you. Ayomide from Bariga. Are you here?
Ayomide.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
It's about someone else to speak about something.
Okay.
You want to do what?
It was the wrong number.
Oh.
Yeah,
Continue.
so, and then if it was the other way around, you understand, okay, this is my partner, this is a person I can grow with, he will be a good husband, a good father, and then money comes and just makes it even more beautiful. You know, so I feel that money is not a value, it's not a virtue. Do you understand? It's not something that you build life upon. It's not something you build, you raise family upon. It's something that you add that makes things beautiful. That when it's taken away, yes, we understand that it's been taken away and things are tougher, but it should not affect the marriage itself, the foundation itself. But when we make money the goal, when we make money the virtue, the value, then we have lost everything. Then anything else that is important is unimportant because money is not there. And so that's why we cannot say, oh, I'm in this home. I want to taste the money. Then make the money yourself.
It's not that sweet. Please, let's take this call. Adebola from Agbado. Good morning, Adebola.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, I would like to say something on this. You see, money is not everything in life. Love is most important. Sometimes a man will do his best to care for the wife, to do everything that will make the wife and the children happy. But there are some women that will not still be satisfied with what the man is doing, the effort that the man is making. One thing is that though money has a role that will play in the house, because without money, you cannot take care of your family, you cannot do the right thing. Well, you have the money, but what is most important is contentment. Cooperate with the man. Support the man. If the man can go as far as making sure that he provides for the wife, even he sets a business up for the wife that, okay, my dear, I have this certain amount of money, I'm giving it to you, use it for a business, while I work, then let's put hands together to do these things together so that we can make the family happy. There are some women, they will not want to support. Even the man putting money into that business, the man will continue to spend the money on her own, to herself. And he will still be demanding from the man, you have to buy this, so the children need money, the children need to pay the school fees, I have to buy this, I have to buy that. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. What is most, like what Nyma said earlier on, what is most important is love, understanding, and then cooperation, support. When that one comes in, money will come naturally, but that money cannot even solve anything. You might have money, even when sickness comes, that money cannot even cure sickness. Somebody can die. But what is support and love, caring, and cooperation was what I think it is most important in a marriage and a relationship. Thank you.
Thank you.
My husband went shopping on Saturday and he came back with a comedy joke. He said, I met a couple today. The business was owned by the man. And the woman was obviously the educated one. She was the one signing the receipts and doing the invoices. So he shopped to a large amount of money at that shop and he asked them. They then said, oh, God, you have really helped us today. You have, the amount was huge. And so they wanted to give him refreshment. And then they brought him more drink and was like, malt to the amount that I just spent. You will pay for the entire delivery to my house. Do you know how much I do with malt? You're not giving me malt. Please take your malt. So the boy was like, no, guy, that one is not in my place to sell. So my husband said, that's your garden now, to the woman that was doing the invoice. The woman now kept quiet. That's how the man at the back of the place just came out and said, why would you say she's the madam to give order? Why would you say, that's money?
Money speaking. Money.
The woman is even contributing in that business. She put and everything. That's not joke. You didn't find it funny.
No, that's local money. There's grade, please. Let's take this call. I'm coming back to you. Saka from Katsina. Good morning, Saka. I'm coming to you, darling. Good morning, Saka.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies. Yes. Please, ladies, money is not everything in life. Okay. Money cannot buy, you can buy anything, but you cannot buy happiness. A home built on love, true love, everything will come. But money is not everything in life. We have people who are poor, poor in quotation, in quotes, and you see the way they are living as if they are eating chicken every day. The children, nobody will kill it. I don't want to go personal, but I'm a retiree, over 76. I have 4 children in ABU University, and we are managing everybody's happiness. It's because of the foundation. We don't build a marriage on money. Money is good, yes, but it's not everything in life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But is it okay for some people to say, is this money that I want?
No,
I'm not arguing with you. I am not quarreling with you. I know that money will come naturally, but can the money come first before you come to me? Let's establish that we have crossed one of the hurdle. Because what I see is we always assume that if you don't have money, you are nice, you are kind, you are a good person. There are poor people that are suffering in their marriages. There are poor people that are being beaten every day in their marriages. They are, like the example you cited now, there are poor people that are being shut down. Their wives are being shut down every day. They cannot make any contributions. They cannot open they work on eggshells around the home. And they are poor. And they don't have money. And somebody is saying, I know these things, right? I know their characters and their bad character, their good character. But I want money in front. They will not check if the character matches. And it has to come together.
So that's what we're saying, that you can't work like that. Why? It will not work like that because money is the one in front. If the character, yes. You see money... you see sex, I'm sorry to use that. why is it that when we encourage young people when they are dating and we will say don't be intimate so early so you get to know the person. These are things that can distort. These are things that can distort the reality. There's nothing wrong with them if you can get good intimacy when you finally get it. You're happy. But imagine if that was what you base your judgment upon. I will choose this person because this person is very good. And then you get there and then the person is not kind. The person is not good for you. The person is not a team player. The person does not want you to grow. The person is a bully. And then you say, well, I put that in front. So the thing is, when you are going to make a decision like that, don't put that in front. Put that after. Put that behind.
Okay, so let me tell you something. Did you know that intimacy fades?
Not take the call.
No, hold on. I'm taking the call. Allow me from intimacy fades.
Money.
Intimacy can grow.
Money can finish.
Okay, we have a caller from Songo. Good morning. The ladies are just being
Good morning.
naughty today. You're live.
Okay, I think you should start to go about this. You know, yesterday you talk about Gen Z. You understand? Like the old generation, we went from the old generation. You know, if there's no money, you cannot do anything. So most women they look for money. They're not married. They're not very there. They now see the trouble there. So I think my own thing is that money is not everything. But first of all, then we need to go for counseling before you marry. Go for counseling, see people that have done it before, and see how they were able to exert. Then you now go ahead, because most of the time the people we have today is money, and everything. When you now open the can of worm, they now see the problem there. So I think we should try and see to it that our young ones, we counsel them. They are money not everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kilani. There are going to be, there's everybody here is right. It's different perspective.
Yeah.
And it's entitled, people are entitled to what they want to do.
That's different.
In their own space. Like for someone, if you, based on where you grew up in a home that your mom had to pay every single bill. You might grow up as an adult and say, I don't want to live the life my mom lived. I don't want to walk my way till I'm dead and I am working and paying everything. I would love to marry someone who will take care of me and I'm going to put money first. That's the person's reality,
and that's
dictating
that's what
how
I'm going. That's also a mistake. Because you are thinking that money also means generosity. You can stay inside money and you will not see anything about that money.
That's not the type of money we want.
We're not talking about that.
So we will select from the beginning.
Exactly.
The type of money we want. Then, if you have money and you're aka gum, as you're coming first time, second time, you're buying flour, take your flour and be going.
That's another thing. Also, who will marry the rich? There is a rich man now that everybody is looking at the man and suspecting him because he has money. How would the rich man marry? Somebody needs to marry the rich man.
Exactly.
Rich men now are wondering that everybody looking at me, they're not seeing my good character. They're not seeing who I am on the inside.
Let me not pretend to be poor so that I can get
exactly.
Hollywood film.
So, but
are you pretending to be poor?
But there are. So there is that perspective. Yes. And there's another key one that we're missing.
And why?
And it's because we are so focused on, we have heard so many stories. Why are the young people, young girls of nowadays, are asking for a wealthy man? Because they have seen from previous experiences that I'm going to work for my own money. There's a lady, she's a influencer on social media. She said, I am working for my money. The guys are not approaching, if you want to approach me, at least you'll be able to have at least as much as I have. Not that you're getting intimidated, because the next thing, when you now date somebody that doesn't have as much money as you, the man will start saying, why do you want to buy the new iPhone 15? Is it your money? Because
please, let me take this call before
those
I come
kind of
to
conversation
Nyma.
will come up.
Kachi from Surulere. Good morning, Kachi. It's a money matter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to all.
Good morning, Thursday.
My take is that I think money and love and, there's a lot of things involved that keep, marriage going. You can't leave one or the other. I witnessed a woman doing well, married to a man, a poor man, and, it just happened at the end, the marriage didn't work. It got to a point where even the man had to kick the woman out and possess her things, you get, and then we have seen cases where women get married to rich men and then they get kicked out. You understand? So this whole thing, I think love and money they work hand in hand, and one can't be left for the other.
Thank you. Love and money work hand in hand.
Miriam was trying to put it clearly earlier. We didn't listen. Now women go marry the rich men. What we are saying is that don't put that money first. It blinds to the most important things. Do you see the last call I was saying, booty balance it, but he reached the place. He said that a rich woman was kicked out by a poor man.
Yeah.
Kindness. If you put that money first, that, oh, he has to have money. Once he brings the money, and you know men, they know baiting. Some people just bait women. He knows that, okay, I will use this money to marry you. You will be in that marriage. This is my experience in law. Divorce and whatever cases, custody cases are the highest. I have seen a man worth over 2 million earnings monthly. The wife cannot use peaceful mind to chop 20,000 of that money. The woman divorced him.
That's wicked money.
15 years.
That's wicked money.
We need to categorize.
They're looking for kind money.
They are living in the, the eyebrow.
There's kind money, there's wicked
that
money.
Eyebrow something. He provided all of that. The one thing he does with that is that he will now provide the security that will limit her freedom. The woman run Tefe after 15 years. She went for her own. And you people think that our mothers too didn't marry for money. They have been married for money from the days of my grandma.
True.
Women are now telling their daughters, then, when we were growing up, that you must have your own money. You must do what you can.
Money.
Our mothers taught their daughters, put here, put here. Our mothers taught their daughters, work for your own. I'm sending you to school so that you will not be like me. Did they put money? They were in money. They saw what money was doing. So when you are looking for, make you know for blind. First of all, that money thing has it. Okay, just put it on the side.
Like
and then open your eye. Nobody say we didn't like money.
We like
I don't
kind
like money.
money,
Now
not wicked money.
Kind money. Let's
I
go
didn't
on a
collect
short
money,
break.
collect salary, but don't put money because we grew to that point where they cannot owe me that money monthly now. I will say, Benny, stay house or you give me my money. But that wasn't how it started.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we take more phone calls and messages. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're still on this money matter.
Yes.
And, where you were talking about the fact that you must not put money first, I also want to disagree because sometimes we assume that it has to be done this way for us to get a better result. I have seen people who put money first, but they knew what they were doing. And when they started, when you're young, you are selecting the relationship, this one comes and all of that. They know that they want to marry somebody who has money. But at the same time, they know the other characters they are looking for, even in that money. So even if you come and you are poor with those quality that they have, they say, I want this quality in somebody that has money. I'm not coming down, I'm not compromising on my standards, but I want at least a bit of money. I want that security so that I'm not starting from the scratch. And I have had people, I had a friend at the time who said when she was making her prayers to get married, because the mindset she had is that when you are poor, you are holy, you are good, you are honest, you are everything. Yeah. And so she specifically prayed for a poor man that she would start with. And when she narrated the starting, it's not a starting you wish on anybody. The starting was really,
so that
really bad.
Also put money in front, but
no,
she put yes.
No,
she
I think
the money.
She put the reverse.
Yes.
She put money in front. She didn't put character in front. We're not saying poverty.
No,
the person was a good person.
No, listen now. Listen. I'm narrating something to you. So it's sometimes we have our priority table, but I don't think you can tell me how to place in order of priority. I don't think anybody has the right to say that. If I have seen with whatever experience I have and I say, this is my priority, I want 10 things from this man that's coming to marry me. And money is number 1, good heart is number 2, generosity is number 3. Why do you want me to rearrange my table? That's the point. I already know that I want good character, I want this, I want that, but I want money as well. And I'm looking for the money first. When I check that box, then I move on to the next box and I check it and I move on to the next box. Why do you want to tell me that tell me to change the way I prioritize my table because you feel that's the only way I can see clearly. I don't think anybody has the right to tell me that.
I agree with you. But I want to also talk about the fact that a lot of men are labeling women now for asking for what they want. A lot of men are saying, young girls of nowadays, they are too money conscious. Are they working for their money? Because the average young girl of nowadays is working for her money, like she has her own money. Young girls that are living in they've paid rent for their own house, bought themselves a car, are using their own thing. Then you want to marry me, and you're saying, I'm asking you if what you earn. I want to be sure that you'll be able to, not that you will marry me and then we'll now go, I'll move from Yaba and I'm moving to Ajangbadi or I'm moving to Songo because that's where you are. But you know, I could afford to rent my one room in Yaba as a single girl working in VI. Then I'll now marry you and you say what you can afford is Mowe Bafo and that I should be driving 3-4 hours to get to work. Because I want to now marry, I must now cut down my standard. And I'm getting it back to back from a lot of men. They're now saying, oh, women are too money conscious. I say, calm down. They're not money conscious. They're just asking for equal responsibility from the man as they are also putting in on themselves. And it's not a problem because I have bought myself phone and I've collected phone from my husband. And it is sweeter to use my husband's phone than to use the one I bought with my own money. So let him make money and take care of me and spoil me as I'm working hard.
We like money on this table.
I feel like...
Benjamin, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
Benjamin.
Yeah, good morning, lady.
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't think that we should put money first. Well, actually, because I was watching a program, keeping with the extension. What made Kim to separate with a Kanye West was not because of money. It was just because of she needed love, not money. But I don't think that we should emphasize about money. I think that the best thing we emphasize, especially ladies, is love, not money.
So let me thank Tope for putting it back in perspective. Because with the young girl, since today's topic, would just say money, money, money without proper sense. A young girl working hard for her money, who has a job in VI, can afford a house in Yaba, would do well if she has a partner that they can both rent a house, maybe somewhere closer.
If he agrees now.
No. That's not looking at money. That's looking, prioritizing maybe a growth plan. Because you know that you will not grow, you will regress. If he insisted, because I've seen that one, especially in these our Muslim marriages, you now marry the girl. The girl works in Ikorodu General Hospital, for instance. You say, no, she has to live with you in Ibejuleki. What is wrong with renting a house in Ibeshe, Ikorodu, or renting a house in Ikeja if you must? Why are you saying Aja, Ibeju? When her job is here and you are a contractor, you can move. Why are you bending life into hardship in the name of standard for girls? So that's not a girl prioritizing money. Before a man will come and blanket it and say, oh, girls like money.
But that's what they're doing.
But the girl is saying, don't take away my source, my livelihood. That's different.
That's very different.
But the young girl who sees her, I'm soft life for baby girl for life. Soft life for life till I die.
Without willing to work.
Steal the bag. It's not your mates that are working. You come to my house every day. You come and sit down, be looking at my face. It's not bring something. Is it not your mates? You know, such statements, such mindsets, it damages because the guy might have a prospect. We even saw there's this popular AY, the comedian was talking about how him and Mabel became big deal. If you talk as Trek, come. See the Mabel now, see the girl.
Let me take this call. Hassan from Lekki. Good morning, Hassan.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Good morning, Hassan.
I beg, let us believe. Because I'm seeing that people are mixing morality with reality. You see, it's very hard for people to come out and say, I like money. Very hard for a woman to say that. But especially on the program. But what men are going through in the hands of women is real, that women are looking out for money, not love. And men on their own part are fake. Because some men, in the sense that you need to look for your mate. In love is not blind, I beg. Look for a mate, a woman that matches you,
Not a higher woman, and then you expect her to come to your level. No. Even in Islam, give her what she eats in her house. Not because of love, you give her gari, and she used to eat chicken in her own front. Men, a lot of men are not real. A lot of women are fake. That is what we are seeing. And that materialism is the problem of women nowadays. That is why a lot of them don't respect for them. A lot of men don't respect women because they put money at the front border. Look, you can be humble with your money. You understand? That is my own take for today. But let us be real. Let us be real.
Let us be real.
See, there's an assumption. You know, and I agree with him to an extent. Marry your kind, marry your level. Sorry, Mariam. And the idea that we're thinking that if I've worked hard for my money, why am I being proud if I'm spending my money? Do you know that there was a particular young lady that she had the money to buy a car, and she was advised by almost like 80% of everybody that she should not buy the car because if she buys the car, no man will marry her. That she will look like she has arrived and men will be scared of her money. Yeah. Why? He just said, is it pride for me as a single person to buy a car for myself so that I will not scare him? It's pride now because I can afford to buy the car. Oh, the fact that I am using an iPhone as a young lady means that I have slept with somebody to get the iPhone. That is what you see online. That all these young girls that have money nowadays, how are they really making the money? Why are you assuming it is by sleeping around? I know many young people that are really working and that they are making good money. I know how much I pay in commission to ladies that are single. And they can afford to buy all these things by themselves without any man. Yeah. But you are assuming because they are fine, because they are fair, because they have a fine shape. That is what got them the money. When in actual fact, they are doing the kind of work you are unwilling to do.
Yeah.
But thank you for promoting hardworking young girls.
We have a caller.
That's what we are trying to do.
Golaho, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want you to understand one thing. In terms of marriage, actually, you are starting a marriage with money. Actually, you don't know what is going to happen in the afternoon than to talk of the night. And that is why a philosophy said, I will not rest until my good becomes better and the better becomes better. And it's not easy for good to become better. It's only with the power of Almighty God. And actually, by the time you start with money on marriage, supposing that a failure affects you in the afternoon, it is then you know who is your woman or neither who is your husband. Because the courage that is given to you before will not be there. Because it's just money you are playing with. And as a day, during the time of that failure, a woman is supposed to be a courage to her husband. Neither a husband is supposed to be a courage to her wife. That then they can survive of that marriage. Because failure is now fatal. Success is now final, but it is persistent that can. But if somebody move out from the house at that moment, there will be problem and there will be a lot of damage, even within the children. Please, it is good for us to have a real love in between ourselves and share whatever we have together. Our mother in those days, they a lot with our fathers. But today, most of them did not even read book. They are not in America today, in London. They are enjoying their life because of that something they keep on the children. Please, we don't put money first when we are starting marriage. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, can I remind you, you have some tweets?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Hola Sugar says, money cannot keep a woman as true happiness and fulfillment come from within. A woman's value is not measured by her financial worth, but rather by her character, skills, and achievements. Women should be empowered to pursue their passions and goals regardless of financial resources. Babalola Samuel says there's a place of love and there's a place of money. In Nigeria, I believe a man is the head of the house and a man should provide everything for the wife. But not abroad. There's gender equality. Let women have the money and the man should have his money as well. The life will be sweet. Poverty is his sin.
Yeah, so I want to remind you people how marriage was done in those days. You didn't need to meet anybody to fall in love. It was arranged. Countries will marry from other countries just for that alliance. It was because of security, alliance, protection. There were different factors that were considered in having people marry each other. Exactly. And even though you go and marry a king today and they take the kingdom from him, I don't see those queens deserting their homes and leaving, or crumbling the marriage because it no longer works. You understand that, okay, these are the qualities that I want in the marriage, but I'm married and I'm committed. Whatever life throws at us, we would handle it.
Okay, so
whether I put money first or I put it last, as long as it's inside, that's what I want to know. As long as we are together, we agree to be together, I am happy when we met. Anything that happens, we will handle it. With the assumption that if the money now goes, you go, it's where I have a problem. Because I've seen women who have stayed. They went for the money. After a few years, the money finished. They stayed and they started working together and they made the money and found their way back.
Okay. So there are two things. First of all, you cannot use, I feel the example you used of how marriages were done then, we can't use it for today, because there's a reason why we are here today and we have the sort of marriages that we have. Marriages then, the women were not considered. So if you ended up being married to a king, it was not because you chose the king.
Your family did that
chose it for the country, and the king would decide whether he wants to keep you or not keep you. So, you know, you had no say wherever you found yourself. We moved from, we used to hear stories of women who would leave these big, rich men and run to go and meet their lover who isn't much, you know. So, and where we are today is that we're in a society where women are considered in marriage. Women can make their choices. And then, so here we are now, where we are making our choices, and we're saying, right, that if you're going to make a choice, even for the money, even if I was a person that sits down and keeps girls, all these mamas that keep women and keep girls, and I'm telling her to look for a rich man. If I'm talking to her about marriage, if it's marriage we're talking about, if it's just to hang out and runs men, that's different. You go for the money, and whatever you get does not matter. You get the money, you grab and you run. But we're talking of a lifelong partner. I will tell you, put the money, put it on one side. Look at these values and virtues and character, because, you know, when we keep talking about kindness and generosity, money does what money does. Kindness does what kindness does. So if I am kind, it means that whatever it is that I have, I will share. I will consider you. I will share with you. I want you to be a part of it. I want to see you grow. I want to see you blossom. I want to see you chase your dream.
I will be grateful.
That's a kind person. If I'm hardworking, I'll make sure I'm doing everything I can. Even if, I don't know how rich your husbands are, but is any of them as rich as Dangote?
Not yet.
If he stands beside Dangote, is he a rich man? Please, I'm not insulting anybody's husband here. He is richer than Dangote to you. Do you understand?
Of course.
No matter how many billions Dangote has, it means nothing to you.
It has
but
nothing
Mr.
on
Max,
me.
1 naira.
Yes, it's my 1 naira.
It's 1 billion.
It's my own.
So you are finished. You have a kind man, you have good man, you have
kind money.
We have Jonathan from Kaduna. Good morning, Jonathan.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm still waiting.
You're live. Please, go ahead.
Morning, how are you?
Morning.
Good morning. Don't listen to the TV. Listen to the phone. Okay, he has gone.
So I wanted to ask, you know, I know women who thought, let me just marry him poor, he's fine, he has the same genetics, but they did not put kindness first. If he's kind, he'll even be grateful. Women who've spent 30 to 20-something years with men building life together, and in one fickle eye like this, the man will just turn and be an ungrateful human being.
Change.
Totally. Once the money now comes, who he is and how he will be with money shows. Why
you see why people want to see the money first, so that we know who you are?
No.
Because when the money now comes later, you know these things. When the money comes later,
part of the story.
It's part of the story. When the money comes later and you now show me your true self,
you can be a very, very loyal person when you're broke.
Why we're emphatic on character and kindness is that a kind person will know the unfairness of such an act. What breaks women in their old ages is, okay, you had money, I married you. But I came in, I answered you, I worked with you, we continued. You did not stagnate. You did not, I built your family. I gave you that peace of mind. You thrived. Fast forward, we are here, but you're not a kind person. You say, what do you do that they did not do before? If somebody can ask you that, you know that person is the lowest level of wickedness.
Let's take this call. Roy from Bagada. Good morning, Roy.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, so this topic now basically has 2 coins, like a coin. a head and a tail. The head says, no money, no honey. That's no money, no honey. The other side of the coin, which you are asking the question now, can money keep a woman? The truth is no. There are some women that have rich husbands. They still have sugar boys that don't have money. They're going after those boys. So it's not money that will keep a woman. The women are after the romance, not just the money. Money is something they can get anywhere, if you want to know the truth. Money is something a woman can get anywhere. So if it's marriage and that woman is for the money, then that's not, it means something is wrong. If she's looking for money, she can get it anywhere. So some men have the money, but they don't have the romance. Okay, thank you.
We want the men that have the money and the
Please, I want
romance.
to just say something.
Men that have both.
Twitter, let me take it. Okay. Money is not important, Abi. They play. Woman should consider stability in the future she wants to build. And this is backed more by money than love. Okay. Hunger and struggle is not a good thing. Please never underrate money in marriage. It's the grease that is.
I agree with him.
And one thing that occurred to me, I've had a few of my mentees get married, and then upon marriage, I was worried because I saw the challenges they were going through. And when I have new mentees, when somebody showed me a fiancé, I think 2 years ago, when I saw the guy, I saw my darling, like my younger sister. I saw the guy. I say, sweetheart, are you sure you love this man? I'm like, are you really sure? What does he do? How much does he earn? And this is me that I totally believe you should marry for love.
Yes.
You know, but with the benefit of marriage and experience, I'm so caring for my mentee. I want to be sure that she would not be made to suffer in that marriage. So when they were renting their house that they're going to get married into, I advised, get a house here. It was a struggle. I said, please get a house. As close as you can, be in K2. Please leave that place. Come to K2 before you get married. They moved there. I said, okay, why are you working towards getting a car? Because you're going to get married. I say, please get washing machine for my girl. And don't let her be using her to wash. Because I just, in my space, I'm like, what can I do? Because I don't want her to suffer. Because I know that you guys might love each other, but over time, Dr. Nubivana says that a woman wants to marry you the way you are. She loves you the way you are, but she doesn't want you to stay the way you are. She doesn't want you to remain that same way. So there must be a trajectory of growth.
Thank you.
And sometimes, because of our environment, we cancel wealthy men. And I don't want that. That's why I'm speaking like this.
Nobody has ever cancelled.
No. Good women, Mariam.
You all know this, my
It's a perspective.
You all know this,
I'm not saying general.
I'm coming
Just hold on. Let me land my point.
We have a caller now.
I'm not generalizing. I'm saying that.
Good morning. Let's take the call. Sorry.
Let's take the call.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please. Aliyu, good morning.
Good morning. To me, we should call this place. When you said money keep woman at home, fine, it is two-way. Money can keep woman. But one thing you should have in mind, even if when you are going to church, you are going to mosque, at least you spend money. But as a man who wants to marry, you should know one thing in life, that all those things you are meant to put in place requires money. Let me give you a two-life story. Two of them are my friends. One is married to a woman selling clothes, which is already have her own money. The other one is married to a lady who is selling fish. But these two men, they are of the same level. But the woman selling fish is not up to the standard of the woman who is selling clothes, like Idumota. Now, the other one who go for a woman selling fish, that one have known his level, and he believes that, okay, when I start with this thing, things can move fine. Then the other one, he knows himself that this woman is more than myself. It's more than himself, rather. Then he forced himself to the woman. Is that not a fake life? At the end of the day, what the woman expects, she
Aliyu.
You can't get it.
Thank you, Aliyu. There are different circumstances, different situations, you know. the advice is, okay, finish off.
I was saying something about I'm not generalizing
people
that.
cancel
I'm not generalizing, but I know that a lot of I talk to a lot of young ladies, and I, as a young lady, cancelled a richer man because I just felt that, let me be the source. Let me be with you when you grow so that I will never be disrespected in the marriage. And I got that advice. It is said in churches, it is said in community. They will say, if you marry a wealthy man, he can disrespect you. But if you marry a man that you were there from the source of his wealth, you agree with him, he will not disrespect you. So sometimes we're cancelling the wealthy men, and we should. Can we, just two questions, can we talk about, talk about men who are nowadays scared of responsibilities and are worried that women are focusing too much on money? Can we also mention the fact that some men are now, a lot of men now are threatened by the fact that women have money and assume that it is one funny way?
That's another topic.
It's a topic, different topic.
Yes, so I just wanted to say about cancelling the wealthy men. So I don't know why, I guess there are different reasons why people cancel. What I have always heard is that it is hard to be able to tell a good man when he's wealthy. So it is going to make it hard, it's going to make it harder for you to be able to tell a person has good intentions when the person has a lot of money. Sorry. It's going to be harder to tell a good person when the person spends a lot of money on you.
Okay.
And they tell women to pay more, pay attention and do, find out, find out beyond these gifts that you are getting, beyond the money that they are spending, who that person is. How does he treat other people aside from you? How does he treat people that he does not expect anything from? So that is why I know that they tell people about that money. It's not that cancel a wealthy person. A person who is involved with someone intimately before you end up in marriage, there are things, those sort of things can also distort, your judgment. And so these things you need to put aside. So when we're telling young girls with wealthy people, these things, they look flashy, but you have to learn who that person is beneath this flashiness. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's not the only thing that distracts, young women. Bola distracts.
That's what I said.
Yes, so there are plenty of things. Don't even do any of them, Abby. Let us go. However, the ladies of Your View has not said that you would marry. You must marry for money. Nobody here married for money, right?
That's the truth.
But we just had to balance the show. I didn't marry for money. He was a bloody student when I met him. Nobody on this table married for money. But we had to grow in it. The idea is to balance the show because there are people who are actually believing that they would go for money first. And it's okay. Whatever works for you, works for you. And that's all we can take on the show today. Thank you so much, ladies. I had an amazing time.
As a co-host.
With you as a co-host. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye now.